Welcome to Study Loop.
Hello everyone. Today we're going to do a quick unit conversion problem to test our understanding of the metric system. Suppose you have, you are given the number 200 to describe a regular middle-aged man. What could be the possible units for the number 200? Let's look at each of these one by one. Could it be 200 kilograms, which is used to describe mass? Could it be meters, centimeters, or millimeters, which could be used to describe the person's height? Or perhaps 200 months, which would be used to describe the person's age. Let's start with 200 kilograms. We could do a typical conversion in which you set up the conversion factor like a fraction and do the multiplication like you would do in a chemistry class. So 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. So when you multiply, the kilogram units cancel, and you get 440 pounds. Way too heavy for a regular guy. We can cross this off our list of plausible units. Now we can use the same method to check all the other quantities, other units, but we can do something a little bit simpler, just using our everyday knowledge of how big these quantities are. We can rule out or determine whether these units work or not. So for example, let's look at meters. How big is a meter? A meter is about 1 yard. So 200 meters would be about 200 yards. In fact, it's actually bigger than 200 yards, which is about 2 football fields, which is obviously too big for a person. So we can rule out this choice here. Now, how about 200 centimeters? Well, 100 centimeters is 1 meter, which is about 3 foot 3 inches. Okay, you can look that up to check if I'm right. And so 200 centimeters would then be about 6 foot 6, which is pretty normal for a basketball player, but not for a regular middle-aged man. We can cross that off the list. What about millimeters? Well, 1 millimeter is equal to 1 centimeter divided by 10, right? So 200 millimeters would be 6 foot 6 divided by 10, which we can tell is not feasible because a middle-aged man is not just a tenth of a basketball player. You can just cross that out. Finally, how about age? Could a middle-aged man be 200 months old? Let's do a quick look at that. We know that 12 months is equal to 1 year. Multiplying by 10, you get 120 months, which is 10 years. If you multiply that by 2, you get 240 months, which is 20 years. Therefore, 200 months would be less than 20 years, which is obviously way less than the age of a middle-aged man. Therefore, in conclusion, we have ruled out all these choices of units as a plausible answer for the number 200 to describe a regular middle-aged man. Thank you for your time.